This video we'll be talking about autism and how it is a developmental disability. Just a little background information. The autism spectrum disorder, known as ASD, ranges to include several conditions that historically have been diagnosed separately. Some of these conditions are pervasive developmental disorder, known as PDD-NOS, as well as Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is a form of autism that's on the very high functioning end of the spectrum. Just a brief overview. While ASD can significantly affect a person's behavior, communication, and social abilities, there's often nothing about how people with ASD look that sets them apart from the rest of the world. This can cause difficulties in the classroom and in regular life, and recognizing those people who have autism, who have this disability. The thinking process, learning, and solving for people can range from to severely challenged. Sometimes somebody with ASD won't even have any. There are times when they can be severely true. This is overlay of the autism spectrum. There's many different this is just a nice. The Asperger would be towards the green, blue, early on that high side. And if you look at the circle, it kind of gives you an idea what goes to diagnosing in all of that coming when at the autism. This includes sensory, language, skills. So we have autism. Just going to go through a timeline. It's obviously negative. It just gives you kind of an idea how it has been recognized throughout the year. It was first defined in 1943. A child psychiatrist he defined it as a lack of active contact, fascination objects, desire for non-communicative, months of age. That the communication development with people with autism. In the 90s, the belief that uncaring mothers basically proven false, but the assumption that a lack of create feelings, not these feelings, but actions and demonstrations, lack of interest, affection. 19 serious treatment tested. Most proved to be ineffective. The use of LSD was implemented this time, and it was believed the state of person would help symptoms, not a practice that is used today to help with autism. In 1965, the first advocacy group established. That is when we see really starting to recognition people diagnosed with autism, receiving respect and treatment with autism is improving. In the 90s, however, that were used still weren't best, most helpful. This is when enforce various social react really difficult and for those with autism that had to do holding therapy. Science that dog parents use to help reconcile as well as teachers use. Delayed speech, body, sums and head, impels, interest in activities, or seldom eye contact with others. They want objects to show interest, desire to own, repeat action and over, reaction, smell, taste, or sound for their sensory skills to be good. The development process, typically really slow, in every act that has a rough thing of what a verbal development look like. With months, the child's babbling, not really coherent. A single word by 16. 2 words spontaneous at errors, and those to more the year. There's a possible individual could lose any skills at any age. That one is developed necessarily is going to be for the duration of their life. Cause that's going to lose these skills, and some things to happen. Diagnosis is reliable at the experience professionals. However, it can be detected a month younger. Medical test formed. It's just through information through the child behavior and development when we're to see it as autism. Some causes and risks associated with whether or not autism is a parent already has a child, 2 to 18% to have their second autism. Children with autism are also identified with X syndrome, tuberous sclerosis, or other genetic disorders, meaning that doesn't necessarily but can be treated. Orders. Children born to older parents also are on autism. According to the Centers of Control, 15 children has been identified and continuing to rise. The article from Center for Prevention stated that this doesn't that there are things causing born with autism, that there are more people being tested than there has been, which numbers lay that there's a rise. all racial and socioeconomic is 4 times more than among girls. And all of exact people with autism, it is estimated that about 1 in the United have ASM. It's estimated that number is high because of all their the adults who as children are high enough functioning, they've been able to make it. I'm going to talk now about strategies can use to students who have autism. These are into 7 sections is propagation. Teachers can do communicate and so properly can student. They deliver instruction or question to manifest attack. However, you should not expect with autism to maintain eye contact time we were taught them. Just child's eye that they're not seeing, and it's in mind instantly ask them to because this can continued stress. We need processing time. Instructions should give information in chunks. Stop. Don't on the desk. You can say please only. Be a huge for those with autism. Adequate time. Wait for your student when asking a question. In the classroom, this is important. People very difficult time social. It's a model for the other student that the student with ASD is viewed. And for the class, we need to be aware that this and other times are the most difficult for children with during these we plan things that the student be partaking in. And so there's contact with you, that plugging in generalization didn't challenge children with autism. Their sensory needs, like where children with autism have overload or respond differently when certain senses are things. We need to minimize noises, low odor markers, too much physicalness. The student, highly decorated, visually overthinking and distracting. Some students admits to unwinding noisy. So just making sure that we give this to it time to impress. Well, it's important to learn about more important about the individuals you personally autism. Like we saw, this is vastly important that overgeneralize disability. Make sure that we get to know our ward members at a personal level and responding and teaching to their needs. This is that I really liked. It's based on Autistic Master of Special Education. It just said if one individual with autism, Basically, again, the spectrum ranges, and I don't think just because we know how to associate, facilitate conversation, person doesn't mean how to treat everyone else, but we need to be aware of their needs. This is going to end on with me and my friend, that it's been to get to know and a little bit more about disability and how to help the community who struggle with it.